So I need to run today. I'm having a little trouble finding my motivation, so I think I'm gonna need a change of scenery. Interesting little side note, I've got to get new tires for the Vet before a half-mile drag race that I do at the end of October. And so the tire shop, who the owner of is actually buddies with my uncle. They went to school together and did a bunch of dumb stuff together. Hopefully I can get some cool stories out of him. But he just gave me permission. In a couple weeks we're gonna go down there and roast the rear tires till they blow, and then back the car in and get new tires put on. That should be awesome. So motivation is the drive or willingness or want to do something, and I'm having trouble finding that today in running. Now that's to be expected with anything that you start, but that's the annoying part about running. It's always so hard to get out there and do it, and then once you do it and you finish your run, you feel so good and energized and pumped up, and you're like, man, why don't I do this more often? And then it's a vicious cycle the next time you try and go to run. So finding motivation is part of setting a goal. When you want to do something, you become inspired by something or have an idea. Then you set your goal and you say, I'm going to do such and such at such and such time, which in this case, I want to run a marathon. So my half marathon is my very first, my intermediate goal, and that is, I believe I'm going to do the December 17th Mount Dora half marathon. That's my current goal right now, and then later in the springtime do a full marathon. So I've become inspired by an idea, I've set a goal, and now I have to keep the inspiration up. Now normally that's done by surrounding yourself by like-minded people, you know, forums or running groups or this and that. I unfortunately don't have the time to be able to go do stuff like that, so I have to find my own motivation, which is why I'm struggling. Now I've always noticed when you're like, when you're somewhere around a bunch of people and you're running or, you know, doing any kind of physical activity, bicycling, whatever it is, when you're around people, it pushes you to run harder, push harder, go farther, faster, whatever. It's this weird psychological thing where you don't want to look bad in front of the other people, so it pushes you harder. And so I'm kind of trying to do that today. I'm gonna do a little change of scenery and see if that can't motivate me to run and push a little harder. I really want to do 2 miles today at a very reasonable pace and see how I do compared to last week when I did the first 2 miles at a very terrible pace. Also, if you don't make your goals public, rather it's to family, friends, YouTube vlog, then you don't really have any accountability except to yourself, whether you complete the goal or not. Making it public almost kind of puts you on the spot. All these people that you've told you're going to do something, they expect that you're going to do what you said. So it gives you a little bit of, you know, secondhand motivation to continue to do what you need to do and meet your goal. I'm actually driving this way because Amber and I have looked at a couple houses online out on this road, and if that sign's any indication, I don't really care where we live on this road, but I need to live on this road. I love curvy roads. Of course, today I'm driving the Cobalt instead of the Vet or something. This road. Blind people clearly should not be driving. That sounds very dangerous. This is absolutely one of my favorite restaurants, and I hope they're open. But I gotta run first anyway, and if they're not, then I'll find somewhere else to get lunch. And they are closed, which is a bummer. I was looking forward to it. So now, I gotta find somewhere else to eat. kind of random. I don't know. This now seems like a dark and evil place. All right, 2 miles. Here we go. One and a quarter miles, and I had to stop. Pain. The view's nice though. She's angry. So I failed my 2-mile goal today, and that's either one of two things: a lack of motivation or a lack of inspiration. And normally it's inspiration that leads to motivation. So I've got to find inspiration. Rather that's from somebody to keep me motivated or somebody to run with me. I got to find that inspiration to keep going, that drive. But they do say that 90% of it is just showing up. And I gotta say, I might have only done a mile and a half, but I do feel pretty good. Coaches, I love this place too, but for different reasons. It's like a late night. Let's grab some drinks and some pub grub and have a good time. I was gonna have to work today for lunch. Lunchtime is complete, and now it's time to go find my motivation to work.